I'm Eric Vale.
Who do you play, Eric Vale?
Shigaraki.
Thank you.
Yay!
Woo!
Hi, my name is Christopher Wehkamp.
Woo! Yeah!
Yeah! Yeah! I play Eraserhead.
Hi, I'm Justin Briner. I play Deku.
We thought about not inviting him to the panel, but whatever. Yeah. Hi, I'm Colleen Clinkenbeard, and I direct the ADR dub, and I also play Momo Yaoyorozu.
I am Luci Christian, and I play Ochako Uraraka.
I am J. Michael Tatum, and I play Tenya Iida.
Hi, I'm Brandon McInnis. I'm the newcomer of the group, and I play Sir Night-Eye.
And we'll see you next season.
That's all the time we have for today. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for coming out.
It looks like we have a lovely mic stand here. If we just want to kick it on off.
Oh, you're not on.
It's not on.
Oh, I have more volume, though. It's way more important.
Oh, there we go. Aside from the characters you've voiced us, if you had your own personal quirk, what would it be?
Our own?
What would our own personal quirk be?
Why don't we start with you?
You know what? I'm gonna cross some streams here and say that I would want Robin from One Piece's fruit. So I would want lots of hands because I'm a mom.
Yes.
And a good date.
I would just say I would probably want to multiply quirk, so that yes, I am also a mom. I could be, in the booth and also running the PTO, and
You could do like
achieving world peace and all kinds of things.
you could go to like multiple cons in one weekend.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
And slowly go insane.
That's right.
That's right.
For me, it's a toss-up between a quirk that would allow me to never say the wrong thing. It's not the same as always saying the right thing, but just never ever saying the wrong thing, because I do a lot. Or I would like have my own built-in GPS tracking system where I would just automatically know where to go because I desperately need it.
You know to stop for
I
directions.
can get lost in a room.
I think I would want portals. Like portals that went wherever you wanted them to go.
Yeah.
A la Black Clover. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. A la this show. Yeah.
I'm a really simple man. I would like to be able to summon pizza on demand.
Yes. What kind?
I would like it to be limited to only pepperoni pizza.
Only pepperoni
Purist.
Yeah, because I'm also a masochist.
Yeah.
So.
You too.
I have no idea.
Yes, you do. You answer this question daily.
I know, I run out of answers. I wish I had a quirk that gave me more creativity to answer this question.
Wholesome.
Hi, I'm Justin Briner. I wish I had a quirk that I like teleportation. I don't like to travel. I like being at the place that I travel to.
Yes.
So that would cut out
Yes.
the middleman.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
It is a good one.
And I refuse to answer the question due to rule number 5. No philosophical questions. Rule number 5.
He's tough but fair.
Is that your quirk?
Rule number 5 is his quirk. No philosophy.
My quirk is going to be to come up with questions that Eric does not find offensive or annoying.
Not as long as they're coming from you.
It's going to be my quirk.
Hi, I love you all. I wanted to ask because
I love
you
you
guys have
too.
because because you guys have gotten to do the show for so long, what's your favorite memory you've made because of it?
I just
It's not,
kissed
though,
you
you
on a
guys.
microphone. That's got to be top 3.
Oh man, that's a good one. I don't.
Memories? Anybody? Memories?
Okay, I'll go first. So a lot of the work we do is very alone. It's like you're in a booth and then there's a director, and the director's great, but it's just you and the director. So it's hard to make memories of a bunch of people laughing and having fun, from a commercial or something like that. The memories aren't quite like that. But when I came into the role of Eraserhead, I had to audition for it because I started in season 2. And it was the first time I'd ever really worked with Colleen, and I was pretty nervous. So, so the audition process is probably my memory, because I walked away from that thinking there's no way that I got that, and then it turned out I did. So that's a happy memory, but it's also like when I think back on it, it's like a lot of anxiety. Like, well, I never have to do that again, so that's good. We hope.
I think I can't pinpoint a particular memory, but I feel like any time I'm in the booth watching something Tenya is doing and feeling like, did the Japanese creators just follow me around with a sketchbook? Because I do all those things, like the gestures.
There's a little typecasting that went into that.
Yeah, I was just kind of like, this is kind of embarrassing. Like, I do that, so I can't laugh at it. With Colleen, I'll be like, ha ha ha. But it makes me feel, I always walk out of there feeling like, well, it's nice to know that people like that character.
Why do people think that I'm like this? I don't understand.
Like, I don't get it. Where is this coming from? I don't see it at all.
That's right.
Tenya hands. Count how many times I do Tenya hands during the course of like one panel. They'd be like, oh, you're doing the Tenya hands again. I'm like,
For me, it's anytime Chris Sabat has cried in the booth 3 times, and I have never seen Chris Sabat. Okay, I've seen him cry once in real life, but I've never seen him get super emotional, and so getting to see him actually really connect with something that's going on in the booth means that show is amazing, and he loves his part, and he loves that moment, and he's super present. And he is almost all of those things all the time, but this is just a crystallization of that, and it's really fun to watch. I think.
My memory is not during the show, but at a convention that we were at, me and Colleen and Justin, we had to do this press thing where we got to play scenes as our characters. Oh, yeah. And we got to play the Silence of the Lambs scene, and I got to be Hannibal Lecter with Ochako's voice. And it was awesome. I'll just have you know, it's a totally different take on this scene when you have somebody going, oh, I ate him with fava beans and a nice Chianti. It's just so totally different. Super fun. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I do. I want to see it now.
I know.
Come on, release it.
It's really funny.
that's pretty good.
I got to go to Los Angeles with Colleen this summer we had a movie come out. A little movie called Two Heroes. And that was super cool. We got to meet some of the Japanese voice actors who were prominent in the movie. And I remember a fun memory we had was before we were going out into the huge premiere, basically, of the, they pulled me and Colleen aside and they were like, do you think that the audience is going to react to this at all? Do you think they'll make any noise? And I was like,
welcome to America.
I think a little bit. And, sure enough, the first 5 seconds, you see All Might, and the crowd goes crazy. They're blowing the seiyus out of their seats already. That was a lot of fun.
Apparently, that's not the experience that they have in Japan. Even the big stars, when they're watching a movie like that, the fans don't react, even if they're at a convention where it's specifically for that purpose. So they were very nervous and very excited when you couldn't hear what was happening because people were so excited about what was happening on screen. That was fun.
It's a major cultural difference, but it's so much fun to see that reaction because it's the only time they get to experience that, right? It's just cool. I don't have very many memories yet because we haven't had the chance to make many, but my favorite one thus far was when Colleen brought me into the booth for the first time, and she was trying to convey to me the voice that she was going for this character. And so we were playing around with it, and I will never forget this direction because it has brought me so much laughter and happiness, what happened. She said, okay, give me your best Tatum. Now, I am not an impressionist. I do not do good impressions of people, but that's great in this instance because it gives us something new. And so I redo the line in my best Tatum, and she goes, less British. And I go, okay.
You did say his best Tatum.
Which I sometimes have to tell Tatum. So it was accurate. It was spot on.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Oh, goodness.
And then I directed you as I would Tatum.
That's hilarious.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, 15 minutes later. Sorry.
This is why there's only 15 questions.
We'll go faster.
So I haven't actually seen My Hero Academia, but I have seen a lot.
Oh, I'm just kidding. Go
A
ahead.
lot of other things that y'all are in. So my
kidding.
question was,
Welcome.
which character throughout your entire career that you have voiced would you most want to be friends with?
Friends with.
And it doesn't have to be My Hero Academia unless that's the actual character.
But it has to be a character we voiced.
Yes.
Okay.
Have you ever thought about watching it?
I mean, you're here. You might as well.
No. No?
He's
on the fence, guys. He's on the fence.
Excuse me, have you found Deku our savior?
Is that like a Legend of
Is
Zelda
what that
thing?
moment was.
Be your friend.
I'd like to be friends with Luck from Black Clover because I think he needs a friend.
Stop being so perfect.
He cannot help it. He can't help it.
Yeah, exactly.
Justin cannot help it.
Pure. It's like the driven snow.
Yuko from Holic.
Oh, yeah.
Although I kind of want to be her. So maybe I'll be her friend and then eventually I'll just take over her body and kill her.
I think with her, that's probably
I'm
how
a
it
good
actually
friend.
works. She like passes the torch over to you. She's like, here, now you're the new Yuko. It's like being the doctor. I don't know. Tenya would be really fun, but I feel like he'd be really stressful to travel with. Because Tenya is just me in an airport. By the way, like anyone that's traveled with me knows that's me in an airport. I am a sheepdog. If I'm traveling with 6 people, I'm like, why is not everyone at the gate? We're leaving in an hour.
Do you have your documents in order?
Yeah, but I really like Tenya. I think he's a really good guy. I think he can hang. I'm good with that. I like him. A close second would be Sebastian because he has to do anything I tell him.
I would like to be friends with Miles Edgeworth. Just because I think he has an amazing taste in suits, and I think he could help me out with my fashion problems.
No one. Because all of my characters' friends die or get their arms ripped off. I think I play characters who are really, really crappy friends. So I'd rather be any one of them.
I would be
No, I have too many. I mean, the sad thing is when you've been fortunate enough to play a bunch of really awesome characters, there are a bunch of really awesome characters. It's hard to pick one. I do.
Lame. Pick one.
It's hard. Okay. All right. Ochako would be great to be friends with. I think Kaname would be cool to be friends with.
Honey.
I would feed his cake habit, I assume. Yes. There are some.
Are you thinking about watching it now?
He's like, actually less now.
I think Finral from Black Clover because I think we would get into a lot of trouble, but I'd be interested to see what kind of trouble because I think it'd be fun and we could get out very quickly.
Very good.
thank you.
Very well thought out. Yes.
Thank you for your question.
Thank
Go
you.
watch the show.
All
forgive
these
you.
people could not be wrong.
Hi. My question is, what's your favorite line?
Favorite line?
Does it have to be one of our lines?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
since you're the director, you can pick someone else's line.
That's nice. I like that.
No pressure. What line of ours do you like the most, Colleen?
That's right.
It's probably one of mine.
Ooh, he flipped on us. Range, such range.
I think as the director, I should abstain.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh.
Which one?
Oh gosh.
I don't have a favorite line, but because I can't remember, but it's the whole scene where Tenya is on top of the exit sign telling everyone to calm down. Because that whole little moment just like sums him up perfectly. Just even the getting there when he's like, and he's like on top, he's like, everyone, it's gonna be fine, calm down. Like that is such a great, I love little moments like that when characters are given like a moment that just totally tells you in 2 seconds who they are and what they want.
What about cruising for hot chicks?
That's a second favorite line. It's more just the outfit I love from that episode.
I'll say any response that Aizawa has to present Mike. Because he's just so put out. So just in any of those.
My favorite line was because she knows. My favorite line was the line that got all of you into this room. Because y'all stood in one big long line out there in the hallway. Thanks, Luci. Yeah, I'm a dad. Shut up!
What's Brina's character's name?
Thanks, Luci.
Uh-huh.
Forever friends.
Yep, forever. Only because Ochako is often so earnest and so like real. I cracked up recently when they're all checking out everybody's different rooms, everybody's different bedrooms, and they get over and Minetta's like, come on over here. And what I think is a pretty awesome Ochako moment, given who she is, she goes, so let's go upstairs. Like she just blows him off in a very un-Ochako way. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Yes.
I love it.
It's so good. He's so skeezy. Oh, sorry.
No, please go ahead.
No, you.
Oh, okay. There's a line way early on in the show when Deku first meets Ochako, and he like stammers at her basically. He does. But at the end, she walks off. She's like, "Good luck," and he's like, "Holy whoa! I just talked to a girl."
I don't know if you remember, but we wrote that line in the booth because it didn't say "holy whoa." We didn't write the line, but it said "holy something," and we changed it to "holy whoa."
What is the line too when Ochako later is trying to describe him, but she's like, he doesn't really look like anything. Like there's nothing really memorable about him.
All of these are really funny, but I'm breaking the rules because I'm the director and I'm allowed to do that. I seriously think that All Might's line when I'm about to make spoiler. Is there anybody who?
We just saw someone hasn't seen the show.
Wait, yes, there's that one guy that hasn't seen the show.
Yeah.
There's that. So, okay, wait, I can do this, and you'll all hear the line in your heads, but I won't say it. The part after the United States.
No.
And All Might is talking to himself in his head.
Yeah.
Saying farewell to somebody and something.
Yeah, I don't remember that line.
That
Watch
guy wants
the
to watch
show.
this show so bad right now.
Is that everybody?
I missed you, Eric.
Do you have a favorite line?
I mean, I'm a traditional kind of guy when it comes to favorite lines. I like Mason Plus Ultra.
Yeah.
It's rallying.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
We're never gonna finish that line.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Who would win, Deku or All Might?
All Might.
All Might, yeah.
Is totally gonna win that.
It is what it is.
That's an easy one. That's an easy one.
I don't stand a chance. So.
Did I hear all your opinions?
All Might.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think it was
definitely
All
All
Might.
Might.
Yeah.
It's in his name.
I mean, we like you and all.
No,
Yeah.
please.
Anybody who says otherwise is wrong. So yes.
It may be if the fight was between Deku and All Might's like normal form.
Or left pinky toe.
Yeah, he might have a shot. Like he might get a really good, like, I don't know, like stubbed toe.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Plus Ultra!
Plus Ultra!
Hello.
Hello.
I am wondering, who is your favorite character and why? And it can be anyone from the My Hero Academia series.
Froppy, because she has all the powers of a frog.
She's amazing.
Todoroki, because he is my favorite anime character.
Dang it. She said it.
Yeah, I got to go first.
Yeah.
Eraserhead
We fight
because he
over
just
him.
wants to sleep.
All Might.
Nah, it's Todoroki.
It really is Todoroki, but I will say All Might. Because, yeah, I mean, come on. He's phenomenal. Phenomenal. What an amazing thing.
I'm gonna say Deku because it's an obvious choice, but he's such a great character, and like what he represents is what I think draws people to the show. Like he is all of us in a way, and I think it's great, and it doesn't.
That was so nice of you. Justin needed that.
Gosh, thank you.
And it doesn't hurt that Justin's performance is absolutely wonderful.
It's perfect. He's perfect.
Plus, we know Deku is a cinnamon roll.
Oh, stop crying! We talked about this.
I'm sorry.
I take it back. All Might.
I got you, Justin. I'm gonna say Deku because of his cool green hair.
I'm down with All Might too.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No Bakugos.
I like Bakugo, though. I will say it.
No. We don't need any Bakugos.
Bakugo is fun, but the question was favorite.
You are so Iida right now. That was such a. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you.
That was a class president.
It totally was.
Hello.
Hi.
I wanted to ask, what's your definition of a hero?
Your definition of a
No
hero.
philosophical questions.
It's an ethical quandary.
Technically, that's an ontological question, so we'll accept it.
Lord.
Fine.
My definition is Eric Vale.
I agree.
Eric Vale great again.
I agree. Dang, I should have brought the hat.
Yeah.
Dang it. All right.
Anybody who puts themselves before somebody else, that's a hero.
Yes. I think someone who is willing to speak truth to power on someone else's behalf.
Those are good.
Those are good. Yeah, I think
I'm gonna
there's
go with those.
a lot of
I
different.
agree.
That's right. I think there's a lot of different kinds of courage. Some big and some small, and I think all of that is heroic. You know, all of it is needed.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
All right, now that I say.
Being scared and doing something anyway.
Hello.
Let's go.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Yeah, well, this is for everyone except Eric and Brandon, because this is a really cute question.
So that was my favorite moment ever.
Bring it on.
Okay, quiet down.
Did you have to include Brandon? I mean, I'm fine with Eric, but
Sorry.
you killed him.
I said except, not include.
Okay.
You're my hero. Sorry, we're listening.
Okay.
Eric and Brandon are not, but the rest of us are.
Okay. Hey, so what is your cutest and cuddliest moment in My Hero Academia?
Cutest and cuddliest.
I see, because
Oh, well, now it makes sense.
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
I get it. It's okay now.
Makes sense.
I'll include Eric in mine. There was a time where we met up at the mall, and his character kind of put his arm around me, and we talked some stuff out. And I thought that's a nice kind of moment of closeness and intimacy.
That's true.
He stroked your neck.
Yes,
And there,
exactly.
and there was this.
Tension.
There was this other time that Justin and I met up at the mall, and we stroked and cuddled a little bit, worked some things out.
Yes.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
It made me feel so
I love it. Yeah.
Okay, anyone else?
Yes.
That was
Oh shucks.
My cutest moment. I don't know. When does she go airborne? When she's like, and she's floating through the air and
Yeah.
being cutie pie.
Or in the movie when he says she looks pretty, or she looks nice. Oh
Yeah, stop. Just quit it. Yeah. Thank you.
Wait, what about after her internship?
Also then.
Oh yeah, yes, that's a good one.
Okay, what about you, Michael and Chris?
As I was like Batman. He doesn't have a lot of cute moments, and the cute moments that he has are behind the scenes. But here's what I like to imagine. I like to imagine that at night, he curls up inside his sleeping bag with a little kitty cat.
Oh, that's so cute and cuddly.
That's a good answer.
What about you, Michael?
I think my cutest Tenya moment is when he's playing a villain for the exercise. And he's like, I'm such a bad guy. Ha 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 ha. Like, that's so adorable to me.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my favorite moment.
Okay. Thank
You have such
Thank
a
you.
That was a great moment. Thank you.
Like, I will be a villain, but I'll be a villain by the rules.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Yep. Hello. Okay. This is more for the directors in the panel, I guess.
Thanks.
But is there? Hi guys.
Just the one.
But you can all chime in on this because this is a more technical question. So, is there a particular reason beyond tradition that American voice actors record their lines isolated versus Japanese actors who record them like in an ensemble? Is there like a reason for that, or is it just we've always done that?
No, there's a reason. And actually, American voice actors who are voicing in what we call prelay, which is where they voice it and then animate to it later, they do record in a room together frequently. But what we do is dubbing. And since the video is already there and we are matching their timing, the timing has to be very specific, which means that we need time to work on each person's timing. And if two people are talking and they happen to talk over each other, that would blow both takes. So because you have to work on the timing so specifically, you can only have one person in there.
So it's more a logistical thing.
Yeah, that's a dubbing thing. They do. I would love to at some point get a chance to record in a room with other people in America. Or Japan.
Yeah. Anywhere, really.
Yeah.
Luci, Lumen to you. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank
You
you.
specifically, but not Brandon and not Eric.
Y'all just
All of you keep
y'all
doing
just
what
go
you're
ahead
doing.
and step down. Yeah.
I love all of you guys.
Thank you. Suck it.
Yeah.
Hello there.
Hi.
So thank you all for being here. My question primarily for Colleen. Among other voice directors, what are your preferred qualities?
In a director or in an actor?
Voice director.
Oh,
other voice directors.
Ooh, in other voice directors. They can answer this too then. What are our preferred qualities in a director when we go into the booth?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah. And Eric can start.
Yes. Let's hear it.
Okay, fine. Don't give me any line reads. Know what you're talking about and be concise. That's it. We don't have a whole lot of time when we're dubbing anime. It's a deadline-based business. So the quicker that you can convey something to me, the more efficiently I can deliver what you need me to do in a timely manner. Well, if you spend 10, 20 minutes telling me about the story when all my character has to say is, yeah, I know, then we're wasting time. I'm an efficient person. Like I said, I'm a dad. Got kids to feed, shoes to buy.
Right. That's right.
I appreciate it when a director has a vision that they want before I go in there, but if they don't, I appreciate it when they're open to whatever I've got. Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
I resonate with directors who really take a lot of attention to their overall, I guess, tone of the world building and the universe and how the characters interact. I know that's kind of nebulous, but that's what I like.
I don't need a director to know what they want before I get in the booth, but I need them to know what they want when they hear it. So I really like it when a director can hear something and know that that sounds good rather than dithering. And that might just be because I'm not particularly great at that. So I respect it in other directors. And it's something I aim to achieve. But yeah.
I really like what she said. It's a lot easier when a director is able to make choices. And I like directors who sort of let me do what I do. I like to run scenes if they'll let me record the whole scene at one time. That is my preferred way to work. I know not everybody can do that, and that kind of directors who can do that give you a lot of control.
Yeah.
They sort of give up trying to micromanage every little thing.
Or at the very least, a beat. Like, let me run the whole beat so we
Yes.
know where we're headed.
Yes. Yes.
All that. I agree with all that. I would add to that, I really appreciate it when a director is conscious of who the show is for, even if they themselves are not the preferred or ideal audience for it. Because as actors and directors and writers, we frequently find ourselves called to write, direct, or act in things that we may not be the audience for, but we still have a job to do. And so I have no time for directors that feel above the material, because it's a job and the people who it's for deserve the best we can do. So I like directors that are conscious of that.
That was a good answer. I like directors that aren't afraid to play and try things and steer you in a direction without leading you to the exact final point, so they can be surprised. And directors that are open to surprise and play always, I think, are the most fun to work with.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good question.
Great question.
Yeah. We just had a real moment, you guys.
We did.
Proud of us.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm the jerk. I'm another jerk in the room. I haven't seen it.
Oh no!
We didn't mean to mock earlier. We were just having fun.
No, we felt super bad.
Totally fine.
You are fine.
But you want to watch it now, right?
Yes.
Well, it's just that I've been burned a lot by things and gotten really invested and then gotten super disappointed, and I'm really tired of it. So I get kind of suspicious about things that are, especially things that are popular, but I really appreciate, like, constantly I'm seeing this room of people and people like cosplaying it everywhere, and I've heard about it, and it's like, wow, that might actually sound like it might have something that speaks to people in it, but I'm just, I've got things to do, and I'm so afraid to try new things sometimes, and just, anyway, I'm gonna stop making this about me. I really want to know what you guys, maybe from your character's perspective, or maybe just from your own perspective, what you think makes this show so great and why it speaks to people so much.
Yeah, that is a great question.
Yeah.
I think that this show speaks to people because, look, not everybody has the same quirk. They're all different, and some of them seem tiny, and some of them are bakugo, But the point is, we can't do without any of them, right? They all matter in the universe. They are all needed, and they all have value. And that, to me, is what is so compelling about this story, and about how some of us play some of the, I guess, more main characters, but it is an ensemble show, and that is its beauty. Every character is really wonderful and important. And I think that's why it has such a wide appeal. People see themselves in the show.
That's gorgeous. I agree with that. I think it's also a show about discovering how, as a person, to work with what you've got. And that regardless, being a hero is, we've defined it earlier, but I think for every individual, doing the brave thing, taking the risk when it's not the easy choice, is all about understanding that you have a right to your abilities such as they are. And to use them, not to hide them away because you don't feel equal to someone else. And I think in some respect, every character in that show goes through that struggle in one form or fashion. And I think it's a very powerful message that we need specifically now. So that's what I think the show is such a draw.
Don't you like, too, that so many of the characters, like, the integrity of being a hero is so important to them?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they want to do it the right way. If it didn't work out the right way, or if a corner was cut or something wasn't fair, they take themselves out of the running.
I think that's part of what makes it really interesting to have a superhero show from Japan. Because that is a cultural thing. And in America, a lot of our superhero stuff has become ironic. And we take our heroism with a grain of salt and a lot of laughter, and they're just letting it be kind of pure, which is fun. And they're also kind of turning the trope on its head by allowing the good guy to be the favored child. Like, I mean, Deku is actually the one who, if it was an American show, would probably be the underdog, and he'd be bullied at school, and nobody would like him, and nobody would think he could do it. But they're letting him start to be a hero early on because it's not always about that. It doesn't have to be that way for the character of it all, and I like that too. I think that's a fresh take on it.
I agree. I think one of the successes of the show is that despite it's such larger-than-life superhero society, the stories are all very insular and character-driven and motivated by their own personal choices. So like Deku, starting off, I always thought it's just a really like kind of great portrait of mental illness growing up. He struggles with his self-worth. He gets bullied in school by people who flat out tell them that they're better. He deals with people telling him that he can't achieve his dreams, the things that all that he wants in life. And just, as a creative who also grew up through high school, I can relate to some of that. So yeah, I think it's just,
Shut up, Briner.
Sorry. Anyway, sorry. So I think having, characters like that are really great to root for is just a great success of the show.
I don't know how we both just said the opposite thing and they're both true. They're both true.
Yeah.
It has some of the best animation of any anime. The fight between Deku and Todoroki in season 2 is like some of the best animation that has been produced in like the last 10 years. So just from that perspective alone, it's worth watching.
Yeah.
Are you thinking about watching it now?
Yeah. That's my favorite moment. And the next.
Thank you.
Thank you, darling.
Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Rose. It's nice to meet you.
Hello.
Hi.
Wait, what? Did you say Rhodes?
Rose.
Oh. It's a lovely name.
She's less into you now.
That's a mama thinking.
Sorry,
she
my
hears her
kid's name
baby's
is Rhodes. So we just had a moment you didn't even recognize. Come on.
So my question is, what's everybody's favorite opening from the show? Opening song?
That's the first one.
I do too.
It's hard to beat it, yeah. It's
Yeah,
just iconic
totally.
to me.
All right. I got used to it. Yeah.
What about yours? Do you have a favorite opening?
I like Make My Story.
Oh, yeah.
Which one is that? We're like,
Do you have a 16-bar
I don't know the name of it. Which one is that?
I think it's just called Make My Story. Doesn't
Which
it?
season?
Season 3. I think.
Oh, it's
Okay.
3.
One
Yeah.
of those.
Okay.
One of those. You know what? I actually like the internal music even better than I like the opening and the endings. I will say. I like the. We got to meet the composer, and he gave us a CD, and he did the composition for the movie and for. Was it the whole series?
I think at least season 3.
Yeah, season 3 for sure. And the interior of it, the music in that show makes the show. And it's so great to get to record with the music. Yeah.
Thank you guys. It was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
It was nice to meet you.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I just want to say I met Briner earlier. Nice to meet you again, Briner. And
Thank
my
you.
question is to John Michael. What was your reaction when you found out you got to play Iida?
Oh man, I was really hoping I'd get to play him because when I auditioned, I was like, I really like this guy, and this is the kind of character that normally, if I were this kind of person, I would just tell everyone else to go home and not audition for this guy. This is mine. I'm like, he has glasses. Clearly, I'm gonna play him. But I liked him. I felt like I got him. I felt like I understood where he was coming from because he is so much me, especially when I was in high school and even me now to some respect. So I was like, I wanted to see what they would do with that character. Would he just be the comic relief? Would he just be that? So I was ecstatic. We were at a con together when I got the news, and I was like, cool, thank you, Colleen, I appreciate that. And got off the phone, and I was like, yeah, we were in Hawaii for a con when I got it. So we got to watch. I got to look out onto the ocean and be like, I am Iida. And I realized it's such an Iida moment.
Well, I just want
It was
to say
the same for
thank you
Eric.
guys for making me happy with all 3 seasons and potentially season 4. I love you as Sebastian, and Vale, I love you as Trunks.
I love you too.
So much love. Eric has all the love.
I got a lot of love to give.
You do.
So my question is, so if your characters weren't heroes or villains, what kind of jobs would they have?
I've thought about this. Well, I spend my wakeless nights, sleepless
I've
nights.
been waiting for this question.
Don't tell them that.
I always think it'd be very funny if Deku or that guy who like edited Wikipedia articles about superheroes. He's like, where's the source? Where's the citation? Improperly cited. No.
That is great.
Awesome. Oh my gosh. That's not a job. They don't pay that. They don't
Well,
pay for that.
it's
That's really sad.
rewarding in spirit.
So, fast food worker who edits Wikipedia.
Donate to Wikipedia, please. Keep the site afloat.
I think Tenya would be one of those like TSA agents. Like the worst. Like you see him, like he's really cool at first, but then he's just not gonna let you through until you've checked every pocket. That's him. That's the job. That or like a really, really like just annoying elementary school coach.
I was gonna say, yeah, Momo too. Momo's like a principal.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
a school principal. Boring.
I don't know. I think Ochako might work at a vet or something. Like, I could see her doing that and being like, with the older dogs, she wouldn't make them walk. She would just touch them and she would be into that. I could see her doing that.
Do we still have quirks?
Oh, can we have, I assume.
I was just going by personality.
You can have your quirk still.
If she has her quirk, she'd be like, you don't have to walk anymore, honey. You've done your job.
He wouldn't have it.
Right? This is how I win people over. My Ochako as a veterinarian bit here.
That's good. That needs to be a spin-off series.
I'm going to give you two answers because I thought you meant with no quirks. With no quirks, I think Aizawa would be like a mostly bankrupt bounty hunter. Because he wouldn't be bothered to really do the work very much. Like it would work if he could find a crook who was in town on the day that he was, kind of awake. Then maybe he could kick his ass and turn him in. If he still had his quirk and he could still turn off people's quirks, I think he would be a really interesting therapist. I have a whole series in my head about Aizawa as a therapist. I think it'd be really interesting.
Awesome. That is awesome.
That's the best.
So I think Shigaraki would probably be like a dorm RA at a state university.
What are you making disintegrate?
What?
What are you using your quirk for?
The students.
Just one warning.
I kind of did the same thing where I was like, okay, well, my first answer was TSA agent if he didn't have a quirk, but with his quirk, can he be a TSA agent who also doubles as like the guy that like leads the plane out to the runway? Because I also want him to run alongside it and just give the pilot a thumbs up every time.
I feel like Night Eye.
Wait.
Oh.
We don't know Night Eye's quirk yet.
Okay. All right. Well, I will. Okay. Okay. Night Eye would be an Excel spreadsheet master. That's all.
That's all.
That's good.
Thank you.
Thank
you. What a fun question.
Hello, I'm Bailey. And I
Hi.
just want to ask what you think of your characters in general.
What do we think of our characters?
What do you think of your character?
Start with you, Brandon.
He seems tense. That's all.
Give me your best Tatum.
Please. I'll look away.
These numbers don't match.
Well, I'm glad to know if I didn't get Iida, I still had a shot to be in the show.
And that's how you steal work from people.
That's right.
Get engaged to them.
Take notes. That's right.
It's the entertainment business, baby.
I love Tenya. I think Tenya's really sweet. I think I frequently want to tell him to just kind of take it down a little notch because he's a little bit like his heart's in the right place, and I love how much he believes in everyone else, just maybe not in their discipline, but he believes in their ability to do the right thing and for their hearts to be in the right place. And I think Tenya needs to have just a little more faith in people because he's a bit too much of a control freak. And I think that comes from him thinking he's shouldering all that burden himself. And I think that my advice, I'm like, you're such a good guy. Just relax.
Yeah.
You don't have to spin all the plates. Just relax.
I have a great therapist for you.
No. Well, Ochako is wonderful. She's great. I love getting to play her. I look forward to her coming into herself more. You know, I still feel like she has that thing where so much of what she does is motivated by what she thinks she can give her parents, and expectations that she has on herself. It's not really anything anybody has put on her. She's just kind of taken that on. And I look forward to her being able to sort of claim and be like, I'm a hero for myself because I just am. And I can also like a boy at the same time as being a hero. I want her to come into that.
Yeah.
Come into it. Take it, girl.
So many of the female characters are like that. Like, just
grab it.
own it.
Yeah.
And I do feel that way about Momo. I struggle sometimes with Momo, with liking her as much as some fans really connect with her, I think. And I probably don't connect with her as much because I feel like her sometimes. Like, nobody wants to be that insecure, right? And I want her to see how awesome she is. And I want her to stop doubting herself. And I'm sure absolutely everybody feels that way most of the time. So, sometimes with a hero show, it's like, oh, but be that person who just knows that they're awesome, Todoroki.
Yeah.
So there's that, but that kind of makes it more fun to play.
Yes.
I think Deku could afford to practice a little more self-care. He sort of has an instinct.
And this is why, am I right?
You know, he sort of like, he wants to help his friends, but his instinct is like, how do I help? Let him roast me alive, and then he'll probably see. Okay, I'm being bullied, but I'm sure if we just fight here in the streets, and let him, break my spine, we'll be fine. We'll work through it. But I love Deku. That's it.
Aizawa reminds me a lot of some of my male relatives. I think they are. I'm thinking of a couple, like an uncle that I have in particular, who is. He probably cares more about people than anybody I know. I think Aizawa cares more about his students than anybody in the show. I don't think I keep waiting for that moment, when we're gonna see. I think what he's got inside, right? Because he's. For whatever reason, he's lived his life in such a way that he has to keep a lot of these barriers up, and so it's interesting to play that. But at the same time, I'm eager to see what's inside his heart. Now,
Yes.
if Aizawa was here and he heard me say that, he would roll his eyes and walk out of the room. So, just wanna add that as well.
Oh, me. Colleen, we're gonna talk later. So I think Shigaraki is great. He's one of my favorite characters I've ever played. I think that you would not have him as a villain in this show if he had ever known the warmth of a woman.
Stop it.
What? You asked what I thought. She asked what I thought. That's my feelings.
Stop it.
You can't take my feelings away from me. You can try.
I'm not buying drinks tonight.
I am.
Yes, you are.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can we just say real quick, can everybody give Colleen a round of applause? She is the one that has to work with all of us.
Including myself.
Whatever, she cast us. She knew what this was.
That's true.
I didn't know Justin, so that was just a stroke of luck, I guess.
I love your dipper hat.
God, it could have been so bad. It could have been so bad, you guys. Sorry, I'm on a tangent now.
Yes,
Said it's
go
only
ahead.
a little bad.
I did not know Justin. I had never worked with Justin. I only had a recommendation from a couple of people. And then auditions happened. I didn't hear anybody that I thought was right for the role. And then Justin came in and clearly nailed the audition, and I was still really nervous.
Sure.
In fact, your first recording session was a 2-hour audition. Yes. Sorry, I'm done.
Oh no, you're good. I
But he's
was just
amazing.
gonna say we have a few minutes left, and instead of taking any more questions, we're just gonna let them vamp, which they seem to be. So
We're fine with that. We know how to do that.
If you guys have any stories or anything that you think we should know or want to tell or anything like that, then we would absolutely love to hear them.
Stories.
Or
beginning to
any story ever.
I want to say this. I've said this at every convention appearance that I go to at least once in one panel, so I'm going to do it today. I'll probably do it again tomorrow. Raise your hand if you are cosplaying as Eraserhead right now. All right.
Okay. All right.
Eraserhead is the easiest cosplay you can possibly do. And so if you've put a lot into it, congratulations. Like, friends, stand up. Please, just a moment. Take a look at this. That's not easy. Right? But to do the Eraserhead cosplay, you don't have to do this. All you have to do, you go get some sweats, black sweats, go get a wig and put a little bit of a beard on your face. You're done. You can go to any con you want to. I will take a picture with you. I will congratulate you, and so will others. Right?
Wait. Sleeping bag.
And sleeping bag's even easier. Absolutely right. Yes, you have a question?
You are cosplaying
What are you doing?
as Aizawa. He's
Yeah,
cosplaying as Aizawa.
You could be
Yeah, you're
Aizawa.
cosplaying Aizawa right now.
Right
You guys want to see him transform into Aizawa?
Yes.
Wish we had some music for this.
Zip up your thing. Zip up your thing, and then steal her sweater as a sleeping bag. What is in there?
Oh, there it comes.
Do it. Do the flip.
Yeah.
He's Aizawa, everybody!
Yes.
You too can be. By the way, how would Aizawa cosplay? Exactly like that. He would do the easiest possible thing. You look great. You look great.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. We should do we have time for you want to do lightning rounds where we just point to random people and ask them okay, so here's how this works. We've only got a few minutes, so you don't have to get up or anything. So we'll just, if you have a quick, a lightning question, and the sillier and the more absurd, the better. But it's lightning, so you have to go quickly, right? So we're just I'll point, I'll do the pointing. So we don't have to
Nothing
go
existential.
Don't be existential or philosophical. So you, lightning round, go. Yes.
Okay, question for Christopher.
Yes.
Voice actor for Aizawa.
Yes.
Do you see Shinzo as your son?
I don't read the manga because I don't want to know what happens. I could die at any time that I go into Colleen's booth, and I want that. I want to go in
that's just
there
the
knowing,
job.
I want to go in there knowing that could be the day I die. I need that. I need to almost die every time I go into the booth. So my answer to your question is I try to just not know that stuff. I don't know. I don't know.
All right. In the second row there with the gray sleeve. Yes.
Does your character like broccoli?
Mine? Of course he does. Of course he does.
Yeah, it's great. Eat more vociferous greens.
Broccoli, just like
With
broccoli?
cheese sauce. Yeah.
Ah.
With cheese.
That it? Okay. You.
What would be your character's favorite color?
Character's favorite color. Go.
Black.
That was the better answer than any
we're
of
not-
our
yeah,
other
that's
answers.
fair.
Yes, that was it.
You holding up the rabbit?
Are you hiring?
You mean for personal assistance? Yes.
We'll see how it
After the
goes
show.
this weekend. See how it goes.
That was awesome.
You.
This one's for Justin. Because we're the same age, did you ever grow up watching Power Rangers?
Yeah, man. Totally. Mighty Morphin.
Yeah.
Biggest nerd on the panel.
You in the blue and the glasses right there in the aisle.
What's your favorite thing about being a part of this cast?
Everyone else.
These guys.
Red sleeve toward the middle. Yes, in the aisle.
What's your favorite food?
Like
Food?
for general?
Sandwiches.
Sandwiches?
Yeah.
Pasta.
Pizza.
Any kind of pasta.
Halo Top ice cream.
Oh, yes.
Ramen. I love a really good bowl of ramen. You in the front.
What's your character's favorite breed of dog?
Breed of dog?
Cats.
Oh.
your dog.
Oh, hi, baby.
Hello. That one.
That can be an honorary cat.
Definitely. Definitely.
Tenya would love sheepdogs, because he is one.
Papillon.
In the very, very back, I see a hand up. Yes, you just pointed to yourself.
What's your favorite plot twist in the show?
Oh, it's when Bruce Willis is dead at the end.
Awesome. The quirkless boy in the beginning that you see, he gets a quirk.
These answers are I'm going to give you a puzzle because some of you are going to know it, those who read the manga. There was somebody that I cast early on, and I'm pretty sure that it's going to be significant that I used that same voice for another character that showed up later, and I am excited to find out if that's true.
Ooh. Guys, I'm going to jump in real fast because we have to wrap this up, but I want to let everybody know that we will all be in room 319 for photo ops right after this, right immediately after this. So please thank not me, but all of them for coming up here today.
Thank you. All of you. No, thank you.
You're welcome, Colleen. You're out here pointing like a dictator. Like,